Today we're going to go over the setup of the 33 and 40 foot Agro-X High-Speed Disc. Now this setup is very important to do every time you go out in the spring, to relook at this video to understand exactly how it's set up so that it cuts your time and it works well for you. So to start off today, we're going to talk about the first valve we see here. This valve closes the hydraulic flow going to the transportation tires. Now it's important that it's in a locked position both in the folding and unfolding process so it doesn't damage any part of the disc. Once it's fully extended and set down, you can then go into the unlocked position and it will work just fine. Now coming back here, this cylinder, this large cylinder that puts it into, lifts the whole unit up and sets the whole unit back down, needs to be in the float position when in operation. Back here, you'll see at each tire, both the transportation tires and the outside tires have these depth stops in the hydraulic cylinders. Now these depth stops should be equal across. So if there's 6 on the edge, there's 6 in the center. All cylinders should have the equal amount of depth stops. Each depth stop accounts for about 1/4 to 1/2 inch in depth in the disc. We started off this disc, you set off with 4 or 6 depth stops across the whole machine. Now, the depth stops in the front of the machine control the depth of the front disc. If you have less depth stops in it, the deeper the disc will go in the soil. If you have less, it will go in the soil less. So going to the back side of the machine, we'll stop by the shield here, look at this for 1 second. If you look down here, it is hitting the outside of this disc plate. This is not done correctly. It should be on the inside of this disc plate, so the dirt from this disc will throw up against the shield and go inside this disc blade. Also, there's a setting along the side here that you're going to change and adjust the height of this shield so that it will be at the height of the soil. It should be not going into the soil, otherwise you'll rear the blade of the shield or damage it. Now you're going to have either smooth disc or rough disc. The rough disc will do a more aggressive job in the soil. The smooth disc will do a smoother job and a nicer job, more of a finishing type disc in the soil. So on this back side here, what we have is again the same thing. We have the depth stops in this and the back side. Right along the whole end of it, you have the same thing. Why you would change the depth stops is precisely for this reason. When this machine is running and it's pulling to the driver's side of the machine, that means, if it's pulling the driver's side of the machine, that means these discs in the back are in too deep. If it's pulling to the passenger side of the machine, that means the front disc blades are too deep. So once you have it going so the machine is running straight with the tractor, that's when you can adjust all the depth stops equally. In other words, if you have 8 depth stops in it and you want to go down and the machine's running straight, then take out 1 or 2 across the whole machine and it will drop the whole machine down 1/4 inch at a time per depth stop. Over here, I'll show this one last thing here, that these cylinders here should automatically become tight and rigid at point in time when folding back up. That's important. If you find the wings are moving around too much, it's because this is not activating. And so if it becomes loose at the time of folding, those are not activated. Check it out, see what's wrong, and make sure that they are running correctly. That's it. This machine at 33s and 40s are very easy to set up, but should be set up correctly and should go over these videos at least once a year in the spring so you understand what you're coming to, and preferably working with one other person so they can help you on the outside when you're setting it up. It can go a long ways to make sure it's done correctly. Thanks, and if you have any more questions, reach out to us. Our website is agrox.com and we have service and warranty, everything there, and we'd love to help you. Thank you.